Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the We're Going 5 podcast powered by TSH Tennis. The curse has finally been lifted off of Daniil Medvedev. Flavio Cobolli turning his season around in Acapulco. Sasha Zverev, is this 2025 all over again? Some overreactions, picks for Indian Wells, and so much more. But before we start, I'm Yousef.
Hi, I'm Ismaeel.
Hey guys, I'm Haroon.
A very fun week for me, guys. You know why? Because these are the boys that I had in the beginning of the season doing something special in 2026. Daniil Medvedev gets the job done in Dubai, does not drop a single set, Ismaeel. We know what happened in the final. Greekspor withdrew. Prayers up to him. But Medi, champion in Dubai. First time in his life that he's won the same tournament twice. Your thought on what you saw from Medi this entire week?
Yeah, Yousef, I'm happy for you because your boys are showing some success. So at least your predictions are looking good at the moment.
They are.
I want to start off by saying I'm just wishing, peace and safety for everyone in Dubai and all around the world. But regarding the tennis, this is a low-key good week for Daniil Medvedev. And, last year he wasn't winning these matches. So this is a clear improvement that he's winning these matches. He needs the confidence building. And, even though, he's dominant against everyone he ran through in the draw. There's no one in the draw who he faced, who he has problems against, including Felix, who he's beaten 8 times out of 10. And one of those times where he did lose, it was a retirement due to injury. So he dominates Felix Auger-Aliassime, although that you could say that was a de facto final because Felix was seeded 1. Yeah. But it's good looking for Daniil so far. I'm not going to read too much into it like it's a great tournament win. It's a good win, good for his confidence. As long as he's not going through Lerner Tien, his life is good. So, it's positive signs moving forward for Daniil.
Haroon, what did you see?
Yeah, also Ismaeel, I want to say that, I hope everything is okay. There's a lot of crazy things happening and, crazy what's happening right now. So we hope everybody is safe and sound. Hope this is resolved soon. But about my take about Medvedev, I think Medvedev, I'm not as impressed, Yousef, I would say. Like, I'm not so impressed. I have to give him some credit, obviously, for winning a tournament, backing up, winning a title, the same title that he of all of the 23 titles that he won before. So it's impressive, but I didn't feel like he was playing amazing. I felt like it was the same style of play that he's been playing for a while. Yeah, it has been improving. He's becoming more consistent, but it's not the Daniil Medvedev of old. It's still like, okay, it's better than most of the people. The performance against Felix, I think, was really good. He was kind of felt like he was the same style of Daniil Medvedev of old, where he was just super consistent, and no matter how hard the other guy on the other side of the net was hitting, that like he was getting it back and he was hitting some nice winners. But yeah, they weren't like bombs, but he was redlining some shots. He was hitting them at the line. Felix was dumbfounded. He couldn't really explain what was happening. So that's really good for him. But I don't feel like
I agree about that, Haroon, because I also feel like Daniil is like the worst matchup for a player like Felix. Like Felix is prone to unforced errors, and someone like Medvedev who just keeps the ball in the court all day, make you work. Like that's why he's 8-2 against it. Like you could even say not like 8-1. You ignore that one retirement loss.
Yeah, like, and also, okay, Greekspor, probably this was one of the best tournaments of his life. So Medvedev didn't get the chance to prove himself there. Felix, okay, decent match. I think very highly of Felix, but I don't think he played great. Brooksby, Stan Wawrinka, and then JC Cheng in the beginning. Like, these are good wins. It's good to have these wins under your belt. They're all straight sets. Nobody took a set off of him. So I think it's good, but I'm not, like, wow, Daniil Medvedev, he's going to be a top 10. He's going to win the slams. Like, it's like, okay, nice,
Yeah.
Well, he's 50 points off the top 10, so I don't know what he's not going to be top 10. He's probably going to be there next week. Daniil Medvedev right now is showing us like this is his second tournament win of the season. It's only him and Alcaraz right now that have won 2 tournaments this season. So he's starting off amazingly. He just obviously ran into Lerner Tien at the Australian Open, so like you said, who is his kryptonite. But I loved what I saw from Daniil Medvedev. And more than anything, you know, the serving was amazing. The returning was impeccable. I just felt like it's the mentality when it comes to Daniil Medvedev. Is he locked in or not? And there's this face that you see on Daniil Medvedev when you're like, he's unbothered by anything. He doesn't like, he's one of those guys who doesn't go to the towel. He doesn't go to anything, like just locked in, let me play the game. And he can run over you. And he ran over Felix Auger-Aliassime in that semifinal match. And like you said, Haroon, Felix was just smiling like, what's going on? Even on that match point, like serve, boom, return winner. And it's like Daniil Medvedev was locked in from the very first moment of this tournament against Jerry Shang until the last moment in that match point against Felix Auger-Aliassime. And to me, that's the difference going forward for Daniil Medvedev. Can you stay locked in? I was disappointed after what I saw in Rotterdam and how he unraveled against Hugo Humbert. But he showed me composure from the very first second to the very last second of this tournament. And if he's able to take that momentum, and I told you before, and I keep saying it, confidence moves mountains. And if he continues to play with that confidence going to Indian Wells, let's hope he even gets there with what's going on. But Daniil Medvedev, I think this is an amazing week for him going forward.
But are you really that impressed with the opponents he played?
I felt like I was impressed with his mentality, the way he was locked in. He dominated everyone. Everyone was dominated, from Shang to Wawrinka, all the way to Felix Auger-Aliassime. It was domination. And that's Daniil Medvedev of old. That's the one that runs through everyone. And that's what he did. He got the job done against everyone in very convincing fashion.
Yeah, it was convincing, but let me say, I agree with Haroon that because of who he played along the way, I'm not so ready to say like it was an amazing week for him. Good week.
And it's also easy to stay composed when you face not
and when you're ahead and
the toughest
like
players.
I want to see that against
like Brooks
better
was just
players.
coming off a great win over Khachanov. He took him down so easily. Wawrinka has been looking good all year long. Took him down very comfortably. Felix Auger-Aliassime has been playing some of the best tennis over the past 3 weeks.
He's a horrible matchup for Felix. Like he dominates Felix always. It's not new.
Medi has shown us something this week that we haven't seen in a while, and I love it. And I might be biased because
great. Yeah, we don't want to take credit away from. We don't want to like turn this into bashing Daniil Medvedev, but I think it's good for him winning a title, like 2 titles this year, ATP 500. That's great. Like anybody else, we would champion him a bit more. But I think because we also expect much more from Daniil Medvedev, because this is a guy that won a slam. This is a guy that beat Novak. This is a guy that he's battled with the big 3 and with Carlos and Yannick also. So I think just the expectation is a bit higher. That's why when he it just kind of felt like a 250 a bit. It was a 500, but it felt like a 250.
Yeah.
So that's why
I want to see Haroon. I can't wait to see what he does in Indian Wells. Like I'm really excited for his Indian Wells run now. It's going to be very fun. On the other side of the world, though, we just saw maybe one of the most surprising tournament wins of the season. The way his season started off, Yousef, Flavio Cobolli, lifting a title in Acapulco. Did you see that coming?
You know, Flavio Cobolli, now he has a proven track record of sucking to start the season. He started 0-7 last year, 0-3 this year. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? But he found some momentum in Delray Beach, you know. He beat Terence Atman. He got 2 wins there, eventually lost, I think, in the quarterfinals. And then he went into Acapulco with some momentum. But did I expect him to go on and win this tournament? No way did I expect him to win this tournament. But look he was very clutch this entire tournament. Because so many times where he went up and it's a tiebreak and he's eventually and he's up against it. And he passed with flying colors in every single tiebreak he played. I think he played 5 tiebreaks. He won every single one of them.
Yeah.
And
like 5-0 in this tiebreak.
5-0 in tiebreaks this entire tournament. Like, and Kecmanovic, who he played, was coming in with so much momentum off that win over Sasha, and he was going in to beat Atman, and nope, stopped him there in his tracks. Tiafoe, who was trying to find some momentum, happy back in the final ATP 500 level, and nope, stopped him also. So Flavio Cobolli, he also Acapulco, they're adverse conditions, you know. It's very humid and hot and it's tough. And he was able to withstand all that, get through everyone. And one of the biggest title wins for him. Happy for him. Obviously not the biggest of title wins, but this is a step in the right direction for Flavio Cobolli and my expectation of a top 10 player by the end of the 2026 season.
Haroon, are you also impressed with what Flavio showed in Acapulco?
Yeah, I was impressed. I thought that was great stuff. Cobolli, Cobolli is facing players who I think he should win if he wants to be, you know, like a top consistent player. But he makes sometimes these matches feel like it's a like it's a legendary match. Like he faces these guys and he makes it feel like, wow, this is a final of a slam. This is the match of his life. Goes down a tiebreak, goes down a set. Like, oh my God, he's down double break. But it's like, it's to somebody who's top 30, top 40. So it's not like, oh my God, wow, what did he do? Like he comes up with a marvelous level. And I think maybe these guys that are not so highly ranked, and he lets them get into the match, he lets them feel a lot of confidence and feel the ball and feel the rhythm. So they start to play really well, and it looks like it's a great match. It looks like the odds are all stacked against him, even though this is a match that shouldn't be going this way. But then he finds a way to come back and beat whoever he's playing. It's the same thing what he did in the Davis Cup, wasn't the most stacked lineup, but I think Zizo Bergs was playing great and all these guys were playing great. But it's because it was going, you know, it was getting tough.
Tie breaks, going the distance.
Yeah.
Clutch break points and stuff.
Yeah, tie breaks, like these guys. And like, oh my God, he's down. What in the world is happening? He's gonna lose, and then he wins, and then oh my God, and then he chants and come on. Like he really makes you go through the roller coaster with him and feel the moment. But it shouldn't be like that, in my opinion. It should be like a very, you know, he should handle his business quite easily.
That's such a good point, because when you compare it to Medvedev's win, like initially I would have said like, wow, Flavio had a great tournament win, but then you look at who he faced. Daniil Medvedev's win is much more impressive on paper, at least, to Flavio.
Yeah.
Flavio, the tie breaks, the drama, the crowd, the final set.
Yeah, and then he's like, and then he screams and he chants, "So come on!" Like just because he broke back in the second set, you know, like he was down 1-love, and now it's 1-on again. Yeah! Oh my God, he's broke back. What in the world?
He's aura farming for sure. I think that's the best way to put it. He's aura farming.
He's aura farming. He does make some great shots, to be fair. Like he has some great shots, some big winners, some serve. Like it's some good stuff, but it's not, you know, out of this world. But it's impressive, and I feel like, yeah, he's learning to be clutch, even though these are not, you know, the spiciest players. But learning to be clutch is still impressive.
I think he's a clutch player. I like this way of framing it, because, you know, he showed this in the Davis Cup. Like he emerged into a new player. I really thought he graduated after that Davis Cup, that he's now looking to be that top player that he can be. And I've been documented saying this. I told you guys he's top 10 potential from the first time I saw him. And, you know, when I was watching this tournament, I really thought that first win against Rodrigo Pacheco, even though Rodrigo Pacheco is really lowly ranked, but the way he was able to grind that win, the 2 tie breaks, the way the crowd was involved, Haroon, it did feel kind of magical, like you're saying, even though it's just, yeah. I mean, Rodrigo Pacheco, he's not a top-ranked player, but I felt like he could do something special after that match. I didn't think he'd win the tournament, but, you know, sometimes these tough, like, magical wins, they can spark something special. And, you know, if you want him, Yousef, to be a top 10 player by the end of the year, he should be winning these tournaments. Yeah. He should win this tournament.
Because Sasha fell, Demon fell, and Casper Ruud fell. Those were the top 3 seeds. And then, like, it's open now. Can you, like, for anyone who's him, he's right, he was seeded 5. You're sitting in your spot and you're like, okay, it's open for me to win it. So the pressure can sometimes make you crumble. And like you're saying, he is clutch. He came up clutch. The tournament was there for him for the taking, and he took it. So that's 1,000% credit to him for rising up to the occasion.
Yeah, I think right now, Flavio is putting together a portfolio, proving that he's a player who likes the moment. And, you know, these young players, I really like what I see. Like they don't fear the moment, and now we're seeing that for many of them, and it's going to be exciting. Yeah. It's going to be exciting, Haroon.
If he doesn't have a tiebreak or anything, like it feels like wow, so underwhelming for him. Like
he needs the juice.
Yeah. Well, somebody that might need some juice, and we love him when he has this juice. Guys, I have a question for you. Are we looking at 2025 Dejavu for Zverev? Is this the same old Zverev from 2025? Or what, Yousef? What are your thoughts?
So during this match, when I was watching it, I'm like, it was very late. I'm like, something doesn't feel right about this match. Kecmanovic is playing some lights out tennis, and Sasha is struggling. I felt like he was struggling with the heat. I felt like he was, even though Sasha usually he handles like the heat, one of the best. But Kecmanovic played some really good tennis, and Sasha, you know, when when it got time to rise up to the occasion, Kecmanovic was the one that rose up to the occasion, not Sasha. And it was disappointing for me to see, because you're Sasha Zverev. You are one of the best tennis players we have ever seen. And Kecmanovic, to do that to you at 6'5" and you get broken to lose the match, like I don't know. I wasn't happy. I don't think this is a deja vu of 2025. But you know, let's hope a quick turnaround here come Indian Wells. But I wasn't happy with what I saw. But I'm going to remain optimistic with Sasha Zverev, because I was so happy with what I saw from him at the Australian Open.
What about you, Ismaeel? Do you agree or not?
Like what I was asking myself this question of, you know, how much would that type of loss to Carlitos in the Australian Open affect him? He came out of it very positive. You know, he was talking about how like he played amazing tennis and just like he ran out of gas. And then, you know, even when they asked him in Acapulco about it, he was also talking about how, you know, he just ran out of gas, and he seemed to be very at peace with it. Maybe even too at peace with it. I don't know, because, you know, it's, for me, like, a player like Sasha would want to win that moment. Like, I wouldn't feel like the fatigue is enough of a reason, because he was up a break. And remember in that final set, like, he was in control and he was serving for the match. Like, it's, a weird way of perceiving it. So I'm not really I'm not sure he's fully recovered from that loss. Even with everything he's saying, I feel like he's, you know, trying to play it off very positively, but I think that loss hurts.
You know, it could be affecting him, Smiley, because like in that moment I was thinking when he was 6-5 down and serving to stay in the match in that final set.
But he went to a final set tiebreak against Kecmanovic. He ended up in a tiebreak, but he lost it 7-4. He got broken mini break at 6 and within the tiebreak. Sorry, that was a mistake. It's like, are you going to rise up to the occasion? And then maybe flashbacks, like you're saying, to the Alcaraz match where I didn't rise up to the occasion. And like, is that me? Am I supposed to? Oh my! Then overthinking those moments. That's a good point. I mean, I think the first tournament back after these tough losses is so tough. I mean, we saw Sinner now after that tough loss to Djokovic. He fell himself in Doha. And then we saw him last year after the tough loss to Alcaraz in the French Open. He lost in Halle early to Bublik. It's very hard to come back from these tough losses. So I really knock off this loss to Kecmanovic as I'm not recovered from the Alcaraz loss, even though in the press conferences he's being very positive about that experience. But at the end of the day, man, he was serving for the match to be in the Australian Open final again. And he lost it. So that's what I read into it, and he needs to learn how to, you know, handle the nerves in those moments better, and he should take care of business much quicker against a player like Kecmanovic.
Kecmanovic was playing amazing, though, I have to say.
He was, sure, but for Zverev, I want to see him, you know, finish the match quicker. Still.
Actually, guys, I disagree with both of you. I disagree with you more, Ismaeel. I think that we're missing some context with that Alcaraz match in Australian Open. Like, I think before that, Zverev wasn't looking great. Like, Zverev he had arguably one of the worst seasons of his career in 2025, and he was was losing way more than he
That's a fair
should.
point. That's a fair
But
point.
and I don't think even
Grand Slam final, world number 3.
yeah, I know, but that's
That's-
it. But
like,
in
standards,
his
he didn't have like
Yeah.
a great season. Even he was talking about like
Yeah, but
he was
I
going
wouldn't
through
say it was one of
injury,
his
going
worst.
through
I
a
wouldn't
tough
say.
season mentally.
Sure. I
yeah.
would say
By the way, I'm giving him credit because him ending the year as world number 3 is one of the worst career years that he had, and that's still amazing for anybody else. So that's just how great Sasha Zverev is. And I think that maybe the confidence wasn't so high. And going into that match against Alcaraz, I don't think that I'm not sure if he even believed it. He was, I don't know, maybe playing no strings attached. That's why he played so well, maybe. But I don't think a lot of people had him going 5. I don't think a lot of people have him beating Alcaraz and having a match like that. So when he took it to 5 and even found himself serving for it, but it was a super tough, long match, I think he was pleased, like, because he exceeded expectations going into that match, even starting the year. So I don't think it was a tough loss, Ismaeel. I don't think like he's recovering for it. Watching him in Acapulco, I think he handled Mute super easy. And then with Kecmanovic, I also think that he was playing great. I think Kecmanovic played one of the best matches of his life, and Kecmanovic is a great player.
It comes down to these moments, like the fact these tough losses. They show up in the big moments. Like that's when you start to doubt yourself. That's when like you need that muscle memory or need that good feeling. And he lost that final set tiebreak maybe for that. I'm not saying this is a setback for the season. I'm just saying it's hard to come back that quickly. Yeah, and I think it's when someone's playing so well, it's hard.
It was a forehand
Maybe, but
shank at 5-4, and then like
maybe I don't see, I see it as like I don't think that Dejavu or anything like that. I think this is going to be a completely different season. I think that he is.
No, I agree. It's a
feeling much
different
better.
season. I'm just saying about this loss, Haroon.
I also don't think that this loss is a bad loss. I think Kecmanovic played amazing, and Kecmanovic has been playing amazing all tournament. And he is a guy that really, deserves more credit. I think his ranking is lower than it should be, and he's not an easy opponent. But Zverev
Kecmanovic, what's playing amazing. I hope you're right. By the way, I hope that this is not playing in his mind, and I expect a great season from him. Actually, I expect a great season from him.
And to talk about Ismaeel and muscle memory, I think the muscle memory of Sasha, maybe when he gets into these tight moments, is to be conservative. He's not somebody that's going to go crush the ball for a winner. So I think maybe Kecmanovic decided to take advantage of that and hit the ball harder and try to go for his winners. And I think that that's what he did, and that's how he won. So I think it's just simple as that. I'm not looking deeper into it.
Yeah, well, it's
He always has late matches in Acapulco too. There's always drama for him in Acapulco, Sasha.
yeah, I guess. But you know, it's an interesting subject, guys. Let us know what you think about Sasha Zverev. Are we going to see 2025 all over again, or is 2026 going to be a new Sasha with much more milestones coming ahead? Let us know in the comments, and please don't forget to subscribe. It means so much to us. Speaking now of someone who's coming back, and we expect lots of great things from him, because last season we saw some special weeks. That's Jack Draper. Jackie Drapes finally making his way back to the tour after what, like 6, 7, 8 months? Probably?
Been a while.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we've had a healthy Jack Draper. He's back. Dubai, won a match, eventually lost the Rinderknecht in the second, beat Halys first round, lost the Rinderknecht in 3 sets in the second round. Ismaeel, your thoughts on what you saw from your eventual champion for Dubai?
Yeah, I was excited about him coming back, but, you know, I did think it was going to be a stretch for him to, you know, go all the way to the title. Like,
it would have been fun, though.
It would have been fun, but, you know, he needs match play. He needs to get back in the rhythm. There were flashes of, you know, the good stuff we like to see from Draper, moving well. Forehand was clicking. Serve looked pretty good for most of the match. You know, I think it's just some of the feel of the match play. Rinderknecht, obviously, over the past 2 years has shown he's a very high-quality player. And so
I think he's now 9-2 against top 20 players since 2023, I think. No, sorry, since last year. That's impressive stuff.
He's very impressive right now, Artur Rinderknecht, and he's only falling to Alcaraz almost, I think, right now. So, like, this was
he
a
felt
very...
your boy Tsitsipas in Rotterdam.
Imagine. So that's a testament to my boy Tsitsi, but more on him later. But I think, like Jack, I expected this to be a tough tournament in terms of just like finding his form, because he needs still in the match play. Like, although he won a couple of tie breaks in his 2 matches, so which is nice. I think he's still feeling his way, but overall looking good. Looking good. I think 2 more tournaments, Yousef, we might find his best form.
Haroon, Jackie Drapes, how's he looking?
I think he's looking good. He's looking good. It's not easy to get back into match play, to get on the tour. Like the physicality is always something that I think it's so tough. Like when I'm so impressed with these players, where just the amount of fitness needed to sustain a tennis match is unbelievable. Just anybody go and play with your friend right now for an hour or 2. Look how hard that is. Imagine somebody coming back and playing with, like, jumping in on that train where everybody's like locked and loaded, and this is a guy coming back from injury. Like, it's not easy. But I think it was good. That straight sets win against Halis, I think it was a nice win. Rinderknecht is a player who's been showing us that he deserves to be much better than his ranking was before. And like, he's trying to go deeper into tournaments consistently and taking down big players, like you're saying, Ismaeel, facing Alcaraz and stuff like that, and your legendary Tsitsipas. And I think that this is like a special player right now. He's really on a hot streak in his own standards. So for somebody like Draper to battle with him and go final set, it's not horrible. It's not amazing, but it's not horrible. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm just giving him time. I think that he's looking well. He's moving well. His strokes are good. Serve is good. It's just need to get a little bit more of the feel of the tour still.
Yeah, I honestly think this is a great week for Jack Draper, because more than anything, he looks healthy. And we need Jack Draper healthy. That's his biggest problem. His tennis, we know what his tennis can do. This man is an Indian Wells champion. That tells you enough about what his tennis can do. It's about the body. The body looks fine. It looks like he gave it the proper time it needed. He's going into a very, very, very strenuous stretch here, going into Indian Wells in the clay swing. And he has some points to defend. And if he's probably... I don't know if he's going to defend the Indian Wells points, but he'll have a chance to make up for it over the weeks after that. But, Halis is a good win. Halis loves Dubai for some reason. Semi-finalist last year. Was it the year before? I don't remember. I think last year. And Rinderknecht, losing to Rinderknecht in a final set. Rinderknecht, like you guys said everything about him. So I am happy for Jack Draper that he's back healthy. He looks like he's in good spirits. And going into... In the next few months, we have like 5 Masters and 2 Grand Slams. So Jackie Drape's healthy and looking good. It's dangerous for everyone else, because the healthy Jack Draper wins one more tough opponent in the draw.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. While there's lots of positivity about Jack Draper, at least for my end, there's a man who lost in the opening round of the Dubai Championships. The defending champion, Ismaeel, your boy, Stefanos Tsitsipas, falls to Ugo Humbert in straight sets, eventually losing 450 points. And guess what? He's outside the top 40 for the first time in over 8 years. Is this the beginning of the end for Stefanos Tsitsipas?
Well, I certainly hope not, and it's clear for me, like, when he went all in on love with his relationship with Paula Badosa, like he went all in on love, and he left tennis. Like, he was focused on happiness and his relationship, fired his dad, changed his coach. Like, he was all in on that and doing content, and like that's what we do. We make content. He's supposed to be in Grand Slam finals. Like it's clear that was a red flag. That was for me a red flag. Goran Ivanisevic, when he ripped him in front of the whole world, that was also very, not what I would want my coach to do, but it was also very telling, unfortunately, about the state of Stefanos Tsitsipas. And, but that was everything before the end of last year. Then he got his dad back. He's no longer all in on love. Like, he's back in on prioritizing tennis. No, because he did, that it's clear that he wasn't prioritizing being world number one. That was a goal for him. Yeah. He was talking about himself in the big three.
The hunger was kind of gone.
It was not there. You could see he's always been an incredible fighter, and he's fit like a bull. But he was not prioritizing, and it was clear on the court. So this year it's a new year. He has to navigate. He's lower in the draw. He's not used to playing top players earlier. That's why he gets Ugo Humbert in a round one match. Like, Ugo Humbert has success before in Dubai.
He's a Dubai champion.
So he's a champion.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, a champion. So it's not like Ugo Humbert doesn't know what he's doing in Dubai. No, and I told you guys actually before the tournament, he's going to lose round one. He's going to lose to Ugo Humbert. Like, this is the worst possible option. Lefty who can pound his backhand. Like, horrible matchup for him. And so this is a loss I expected. Australian Open, he was injured.
Beginning of the end.
And then we had Qatar Open. Very nice win against... You're so happy about Daniil Medvedev. He just whooped him last week.
That was an absolute
And then he also had an amazing match against Rublev, who's also playing the tennis of his life. So no, this is not
playing the tennis.
No, in my opinion, Rublev was playing amazing in Qatar. I think Stefanos Tsitsipas, he's going through a very tough moment in terms of regaining his confidence, rebuilding his ranking now. But no, it's not the end. It's not the end. I still have hope for him. He's still an amazing fit player. He still has amazing experience. If he's willing to prioritize tennis, no, he has what it takes to be back in the top 10. I'm not losing hope. I'm not losing hope. If we end this year in a different way, if we end this year similar to last year, then I'm going to definitely lose a lot of hope. But right now, no. Right now, this is where I expect him to be. No.
Haroon, where's the hope level with you?
Like, Ismaeel's talking about, like, if he decides to prioritize and focus on tennis, like, what else is he doing? Like, what? Like, really?
He was focusing on content creation, making travel vlogs and TikToks with Paula. Like, they were having a different lifestyle. It wasn't locked in.
First of all, I don't think it's healthy to be just doing tennis or anything 100% of the time. I think you should have more of a balanced life. And second of all, they have lots of free time, by the way. Like, what do you expect him to do? Just crush balls? By the way, put that aside.
No, I don't want him making vlogs, Haroon. I don't need him filming and editing vlogs.
Sure.
Watch match film against Djokovic.
Sure. Let me come to you here. Let's say he's all in, which I do think, by the way, he is. Like, I think he's a professional tennis player.
He was not.
He's practicing. But let's say for the sake of argument that he is as locked in as you want him to be, okay? As locked in as ever.
I want him to be as locked in as Djokovic when he won the Australian Open final after a grueling, almost 6-hour match against Rafael Nadal, and he celebrated for the first time in a year by letting a small cube of chocolate melt on his tongue. That was his celebration. That's what I need if you want to be world number one.
Okay,
that's what it takes to be world number one.
And you think it's possible for him to be world number one?
My friend. Is it possible what?
For him to be world number one?
You're having a different conversation.
No.
Can you just answer this?
Okay, sure. Fine. I want to ask this, okay? Let's say a guy who is 25 right now, okay? Talent Greek sport, okay? You think that if he focuses and he decides to prioritize tennis, he can be Talent Greek sport right now?
That Tsitsipas can beat Talent Greek sport?
Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
I disagree. I don't think with him massively focusing on tennis, I don't think that he is going to be in the conversation.
That's
for
massive
top
disrespect
20,
to a former world
20.
number 3, multiple-time Grand Slam finalist.
Put it in bold, former. The former is in bold, okay? All the respect to
massive disrespect.
All the respect to Stefanos Tsitsipas.
No respect.
All of it. He deserves all of it. But that was a different era. And by the way, I am more optimistic about Tsitsipas than I was for the last 3 years, for example. I think that this will be like a great year for him. But a great year for him in normal circumstances. Not what he had and where he's making slam finals and all that. He was way more fit. His backhand wasn't as horrible, and he was more confident. And I think the tour was a bit weaker. And the only guys were the big three. It wasn't that fast.
Let me add something, Haroon. Here, his rate of improvement has been so low. He should have improved his second serve. He should have improved his backhand. He no longer goes backhand down the line, although he's trying this year. His slice backhand guts too high.
And post the highlight afterwards.
Yeah, no. Right now he's starting this year, but he had forgotten it for 3 years. Yeah. Like the rate of improvement, when you talk about how often, like how quickly are Alcaraz and Sinner, for example, improving every single aspect of the game. That's why he's not going to be top 3 again. Like it's far fetched right now.
So,
but
can you answer my question, please?
No, I think top 10 if you can lock in.
It's not the beginning of end for Tsitsipas because I think it's not so hard to stay in the top 30, top 40. Like you just need to win one tournament.
Worst case top 20. Worst case he's a top
Luciano
20.
Dardiri is seated in slams consistently in the top 20, top 30, and this is somebody who is like there are lots of people that are better and he's like, but he may be still young. But this is a guy that you can follow his formula. Just win a 250 and make it to the second round of a few different tournaments. You know, like it's not so hard. I don't think it's the beginning of the end. If it's beginning of the end, meaning it's going to continue to go down. I don't think so. But
yeah, Yousef,
lots of
balance it out.
Lots of things were said. When I used to watch Stefanos Tsitsipas play, there's like you're watching him. I feel like there's magic. This guy has it. He has it. There's something special about him when he plays the game of tennis.
That's why Ismaeel loved him so much.
Yeah, it's no longer there.
You just ripped your voice. It's like, there's so much magic there when I watch Tsitsipas. That magic doesn't exist anymore.
He was amazing. He's an amazing fighter.
Yeah, no, look at he was. Like, even remember that Rafa win from 2-0 down in Australian Open? Like, he had there was so much about him that I absolutely loved. And he really had some amazing tennis. I every now and then I go back to the ATP finals that he won and just watch the highlights. Really, it was spectacular. And I no longer see that magic within him. I no longer see that fight within him.
Ever since he got that elbow injury, it's been hard. Elbow injury really hurt him.
On the court, he looks dead inside. That's actually what I don't see fight. I don't see hunger. I don't see someone who's like, to him, it used to be life or death for some reason. Like, you felt like Stefanos Tsitsipas wants this more than you. I don't feel that anymore. Even in that Daniil Medvedev win in Qatar, and I'm like, he played some good tennis. There was like break here, match is over. Like, there was nothing there. You're
just dismissing a great win because you just have Daniil Medvedev.
No, it is a win. I'm talking about what I saw from him from the emotional side. Like, he just played a good tennis match. Then he went next match and lost straight away. Like, I don't know what's
playing amazing.
I don't know what's going on with him. But you do have a point. Maybe he doesn't have the hunger anymore because, you know, it's very hard when you reach the level of success where someone like him, he's made lots of money. He has had the sponsors. He's getting his appearance fees when he goes to tournaments. He's that big of a name. He's comfortable now. He made sure that his entire family is set. There's no longer that fight. There's no longer that eagerness to... He's no longer fighting for his life in a way. You know, he's made it. Stefanos Tsitsipas made it, which is amazing and extremely happy for him because that's the goal at the end of the day. He has so many brothers and sisters. He took care of them. He took care of his parents who were trying to, he won. He won. So beyond this, maybe there's nothing that he wants more. In the beginning there was, but at the end of the day, my parents are good. My siblings are good. I can take care of any of them if I want to. Everyone else in my family is fine. And I'm satisfied. And I'll continue to play tennis because I love it. But it's no longer the thing where I want to win Grand Slams and be world number one. That's what it looks like to me. Which is sadly not the beginning of the end, but I don't expect him to be the Stefanos Tsitsipas of old. Like similar to what I expect of Daniil Medvedev. I expect Daniil. I see the fight in Daniil. I see the hunger. I see the anger. The anger, which means that's care. He cares. Stefanos Tsitsipas walks on the court when he wins, and he loses the same exact way.
I'm not sure about that. Stefanos is 3 years younger. He's now, I think this year he's more locked in than before.
Maybe.
And
I don't.
We'll tell.
The eyes, Chico. The eyes never lie.
We'll tell. We're gonna learn. I think this. For me, I dismiss the past 2-3 years this Paula Badosa experiment. He was all in on love.
I think he had some great wins when he was with Badosa also.
He just deprioritized
Which is my entire point.
That's it. So I'm just saying,
Like he found
whatever
more to
it was,
life.
not
There's
to blame
more to
her.
life.
Like I like just that
No blame.
he just
completely
deprioritized
disagree with
tennis.
you.
And this year he's prioritizing.
He had
I
injuries
think
also, he
so. Let's see.
I hope. I hope because
And the injuries, yes, he had injury. The elbow injury killed him.
maybe
in
I
23.
loved watching Stefanos Tsitsipas. Then Carlos Alcaraz came along and smiled.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Also, there are things that broke him. The elbow injury broke him. Losing to Alcaraz in the U.S. Open in 2022.
not just US Open.
also broke him.
You're losing to Alcaraz consistently,
No,
No,
because
but the first time he lost him Alcaraz was 14 years old.
he was not 14 years old. But I think because he's losing
18.
to Alcaraz,
But like when he lost that match, for me, I felt that match,
Tsitsipas was in the peak of his power.
and I felt if he lost that match, he would never beat Alcaraz again. And I was absolutely right about that. He never touched him again.
Congrats on that one. Anyways, let's see. Guys, let us know what you think of Stefanos Tsitsipas in the comments. Is this the beginning of the end? Or is there so many more great seasons to see from him? Let us know. And as always, do not forget to subscribe. It means so much to us.
All right, let's move into one of my favorite segments of every week. Biggest winners of the week.
7 Australian Opens, 15 slams.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yousef, I know you have one for us.
I do. I have the man who finally got his first ever top 5 win.
There we go.
Miomir Kecmanovic is one of these players, whenever he's playing and he's playing his best tennis, you should have some fear in your eyes because he can beat anyone. Except Novak Djokovic, because he's never going to be his idol. His idol is off limits. Even if he's playing better than him, he's never going to do that. He has too much respect. But put anyone else in front of Miomir Kecmanovic, he has the tennis. He has the game. He came up clutch against Sasha Zverev. Semi-final for him in Acapulco. It's been tough for him because he's fallen all the way to outside the top 80. And Miomir Kecmanovic, to me, I believe he is a top 30 guy. So this is a great win for him. Maybe this is a move in the right direction to get him back to where he belongs. These guys who I believe they shouldn't be where they are, I'd love to see them get these weeks that mean so much to them. This week means so much to him. He eventually fell to the champion, Flavio Cobolli, but an amazing run from him. And I hope I see it in the Sunshine Double and onwards.
Yeah, very impressive player, Miomir Kecmanovic. And also, Nalbandian wouldn't have been coaching him if he didn't believe in him, right? So that's also
Nalbandian was coaching
a
him.
vouching signal from David Nalbandian.
Yeah.
But for me, the guy that walks away as the biggest winner of this week is 100% Talon Greek Sport.
I agree.
By far, the most impressive tournament anywhere in the world this week was from Talon Greek Sport because he played the tennis. Last year we were discussing, could you be a top 10 player? And we agreed that he has the tennis. If he can put it together consistently to be a top 10 player. Bublik down. Jakub Benchik, who just beat Sinner, maybe the hottest player on tour, down. Beat him in the final set. Took out Rublev. Daniil Medvedev was next. And he also took out Rublev on one leg. So that was all the more impressive. And Daniil Medvedev, you should be grateful that Talon withdrew from that final because Greeky, as he likes to call himself on Instagram, is a top player. He's a problem. He has the game. He has the power. By the way, he has some incredible ball striking.
Yes, he does.
Especially from the forehand side. Very impressive player. And I think, this is a sign. He's a young player. He's only 25. He's gonna be a problem for the rest of the year.
Spectacular week from him. And, the thing that I just hate, whenever I see Talon Greek Sport have the momentum, give us some amazing tennis, he gets injured.
Yeah.
And he tore his hamstring. So, he said, I'm going to be out.
That's a tough injury as well.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. And he's saying, I'm going to be out for a few weeks.
Yeah. It's a shame because remember last year Medvedev was also having a great start to the season. But, I hope he can manage it well.
Yeah.
Haroon, who's yours?
this is an unpopular opinion here, but my biggest winner, guys, is Brandon Nakashima. I want to give Nakashima some credit here because he's not the spiciest player, and he's not the flashiest guy. He's a guy that just goes in, does his work, and leaves, and he's just a true professional. But I really saw something different in this tournament. I felt, especially when he was playing Tiafoe, although he lost, but I felt like this tournament, and maybe this year, he's been trying to play a little bit differently. He's trying to play a little bit harder. He's trying to go for his shots more. Although sometimes the unflashiness comes when he's a conservative player and just keeps the ball in play and he doesn't try to hit big or hit winners. I felt that he was trying to do a little bit more of that. He's uncomfortable doing that, but he's trying to do a little bit more. And I want to give him credit there because semi-final in Acapulco, battling with Tiafoe. He had a match point against Tiafoe, so it would have been a quick straight sets victory there, taking down also a great player there. But and he also beat Patrick Kipson, who had also a great match against Alex Demon, the Demon Hour, where he took him down there. So I thought that it was impressive for me, what I saw with Brendan Nakashima, and I want to give him credit here. And I hope that he continues
He took
to
down
build off.
Come on.
What?
Took
Yeah,
down W also.
sorry. He took down W, who was arguably even more impressive. Arguably even more impressive.
I'm laughing because I saw you highlighting Kipson and not Vacheron.
Yeah, no, of course. But there are some great guys, I think, because Kipson, he took down Demon Watch, I think was impressive. W made it to the quarterfinals in Acapulco, also coming from a set down against W, who is... like a great player, I think, right now. So impressive for Nakashima for me.
Yeah, worthy. Honorable mention, Big Foe.
Yeah.
Making it to the final. Beat Borges, beat Nakashima. Few good wins, and he needed them. So yeah, shout out Big Foe.
True.
Yeah. Well, guys, moving on to our next segment, dudes. Cool dude moment of the week.
Oh my God, so much energy in this return. I love it for my story, Rog. Oh my God.
Yousef, you have a nice one for us.
You know, Monfils right now is doing his farewell tour in 2026, and
Love Gael.
I love Gael so much. So in Acapulco, they were making a tribute for him, and they were showing highlights and everything. First of all, I'm gonna miss that man so much. He's such an amazing added value to the tennis world, and there's no one like him on tour now.
So fun.
And
so
there's
fun.
no one ever that's who is the next Gael Monfils, or who was the Gael Monfils before Gael Monfils? It never existed. Gael Monfils is one of one. So that's that. But they were honoring him in Acapulco after his tournament finished there. And who was there to be there for him in that moment while he's getting his flowers? Juan Martín del Potro right there on the side. It's awesome to see these guys, because this is our childhood, right? And Juan Martín del Potro made the way all the way from Argentina to go to attend this and see Gael Monfils and honor him, one of his friends, one of the guys that he was competing with day in and day out for so many years. It's just an awesome thing to see. He made to do that. And that everyone knows time. We don't have much time in our days with everything goes on, but he found time to go to Gael Monfils and be there for him in that moment to congratulate him. And I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's so awesome when rivals, show up as friends and honor and respect each other. And these two guys are documented as the nicest guys on tour. Yeah. Everyone loves Del Potro, and everyone loves Gael Monfils. Yeah. So it's so cool to see that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I loved it. As
Nadal likes to call him Monfils.
Also, for Monfils fans, you need to go check out our interview with Coach Michael Tillström. He had some cool insights about how Monfils went to the top of the game, and also some of the struggles he had also with his recovery. So many cool insights there. You'll love it. Yeah. Let us know what you think when you do. Yep. In the meantime, we have some spicy moments this week.
A little bit spicy. Sorry, not as spicy at all.
One of them involving my boy, Stefanos Tsitsipas. Guys, he said he doesn't consider playing the South American swing because they don't pay like Middle East and the Gulf region tournaments. Sarundro also had something to say about that in response. Yousef, you calling spicy on this?
Yeah, very spicy. Why? Why do you have to say that? You could just say some good words, but Stefanos Tsitsipas, he likes to be honest. He likes to be true to himself, and that's him. So we have to embrace it in all its forms. And I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. I don't think you had to say that. I don't know. I didn't like it. And nice response from Sarundro. Tell him he doesn't want to come. Don't come. We're fine. We're gonna be just fine without you. And that should be the response. But Stefanos Tsitsipas, that was spicy, and I don't think it was necessary to be said.
Haroon, spicy from Stefanos.
It's not so spicy to me. Like, it's not so spicy. I think it's honest, and I appreciate the honesty, because this appearance fee thing to me is something that's the idea of it rubs me the wrong way, because I think it's unfair to a lot of other players. Because some guys get appearance fees and they get generational wealth money just to show up to a tournament, and then other guys are really striving to grind up and play as hard as they can to win matches. And they're not even going to get close to the same amount of money that they get, even if they win the tournament. So that kind of rubs me the wrong way. And I think he's honest about it, saying that, he's getting appearance fees when he stays in Europe, and he's also European. So why also travel all the way to South America if he's getting and making more money closer to home? So to me, it's a very logical thing. I think that it's good because he's shedding light on a problem, which I think maybe it could be removing appearance fees from athletes in. The idea of
that's never happening. That's never happening.
Well, sure, but that's
never happening.
But I don't think he offended anybody. I don't think it's a problem because South America, they don't have money. Okay, it's a fact. They don't have money to pay as much as European tournaments do. Okay,
not European tournaments? He's talking about Dubai and Qatar.
Or sorry, Dubai. It's still closer to Europe, but Dubai, they're the ones that have the oil money, and they're using it to bring Tsitsipas. Sure, I don't know, there's a problem there, because there's a problem. I just don't know how to solve it. The solution I'm saying is to remove appearance fees.
I think it's a little bit spicy because it's just. It's lacking some self-awareness from my boy, although I don't think that's what he intended.
Why self-awareness? Why hide it though? Why nobody's talking about it? Everybody's getting appearance fees and nobody's talking about it. At least he's talking about it.
We know about the appearance fees.
I don't think everybody knows. So it's not so transparent.
No one knows the exact amount.
We don't know the amounts, but we know that there are appearance fees, and it's part of the game. It's not. That's not new news, so it's just that it comes off in a bit of a way that I'm too good for South America. So I think just the way he framed it or he phrased it, it came out. Although I didn't see the clip, so I don't know exactly how he said it. But I think it came off in the wrong way. But I don't think that was his intention. I think what he was saying is that these are swings. It's not about one tournament. He's considering all the tournaments of the Middle East. Dubai, Qatar, and so forth, compared to the Acapulco plus Rio de Janeiro and Argentina. Comparing those to those, that's why he wasn't able to go there. And so, from that point of view, it's just a matter of fact. But just how he said it might come off as, a little bit awkward. But, he's kind of an awkward guy, Stefanos. So I don't think he had any bad intention. However,
I won't fault him though.
There should be more collaboration in terms of the tour. I don't fault him. It's just it came off in an awkward way. But I don't know what it can do. The swings need to collaborate. Then Latin America needs to come together better. I don't know if they can, but it is what it is at this point. There's not much more to read into for me there.
I also don't think I said, I don't want to go to South America because of the tournament itself. It's just that it's favorable for him to go elsewhere. I don't think anybody should be upset or offended by, you don't want to come to South America, don't come. I don't agree with that sentiment.
All right. Fair enough. On the other hand, we did see a really weird moment that happened in the Terence Atman and Kecmanovic match where they actually didn't end up playing him final point. There was no match point. Terence Atman seemed to be stalling. He got a point penalty to lose the match, Yousef.
Yeah.
Spicy or no spicy? How did you read that moment?
Spicy. I like that the umpire took that decision because it looked like he was 100% stalling. And the rules are the rules at the end of the day. And if you're gonna try to do something, he tried to take advantage that this is maybe match point. They're not gonna approach it the same exact way. And the umpires told him, surprise, surprise. The rule is the rule, and you're going to lose the match that way. I know he was surprised, but, rule was implemented. That's how it works. If there are no rules, then what are we?
So you're calling no spicy Haroon?
No.
How did you see that?
No spicy.
It's a bit spicy, but I think it was the right call. It's a bit spicy, the right call. And also I think that Kecmanovic is a guy that's, honest. I think he has like good sportsmanship. So if he felt that it was unfair, I think he would have replayed the point. And like it was a 6-3, 6-3 win. So it wasn't like, oh my God, I hope I could just get a free point here. Kecmanovic, I think, would be more than happy to play that point normally. But I felt that maybe he felt that Terence Atman was indeed stalling. So he just decided, okay, let's end the match now. You deserve it. So
That's right.
it's a bit spicy, but deserved.
Yeah, I agree with your point, Haroon, about Kecmanovic, because if you're on the other side, you would want to win in a sportsman-like way. And I think he was probably right to call, because the way Terence Atman was standing there was a bit weird. Like, it did feel like he was using
He was looking everywhere except at the server.
Yeah, it was really gamesmanship tactics. And, you know, I usually hate this time violation rules. In general, I hate it. I hate the ATP time violation rules. I don't like this rule at all. I don't even think it should exist. Carlitos just bashed it when he was in Qatar. He's talking about the ATP rules are crap. And I agree. The ATP time rule,
Use the more vulgar word.
Yeah, he used a little bit more vulgar word. But I really don't like the time rule. But in this case, it was a bit weird. So fine. I'll call no spicy on it. But, you know, I wish we would just throw away the ATP time rules. I really do.
Well, yeah. Guys, those are our spicy, no spicy moments of the week. Let us know which one was spicy, which one was not. Were they all spicy? And before we move on to our next segment, which is my favorite segment, subscribe. It means so much to us. Now, time for the overreaction or not. My favorite segment every single week. I don't have many for you guys. I have a few, but let's do them. Based on what happened this week, I'm going to tell you something and you let me know. Is this an overreaction? Is this not? Let's do this.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Haroon, Daniil Medvedev is the third favorite for Indian Wells. Overreaction or not?
No, this is overreaction. I don't think he's a third favorite. I think he's gonna be like good going into Indian Wells, but not third favorite. Overreaction, massive overreaction.
Ismaeel, overreaction or not?
Like, yeah, he's looking good, but this is a big overreaction. He's not the fourth favorite. He's not the fifth favorite. He might not be the sixth favorite. Like, he still needs to show more for me, Yousef. Like, he needs to perform against the top players, and he needs to perform under pressure moments when the going gets tough in the matches, not when he's just in cruise control. So I'm going to call overreaction here.
I'm going to call not an overreaction. I am. It looks like I'm biased this year to Daniil Medvedev, but I'm going to stick with it.
Although he has success, like he had success in Indian Wells, he made 2 finals before, so you have to give him credit there.
Yeah, he loves Indian Wells. He's coming off good form. Taylor Fritz also said the balls that they're using this year, if you want to go and watch, there's like an 8-minute clip while he's playing War of Worlds, whatever, some video game, and he's breaking down what he expects to happen based on
his TED Talk.
Based on the based on the balls, and he's saying it's going to be slow, it's going to be fluffy, people are not going to know how to finish. That's ideal conditions for Daniil Medvedev, where you can't finish the ball against him. So I'm going to say this is not an overreaction. Next one.
I don't think he likes the ball to be that dead, though, by the way.
Okay, but he's never going to...
Like, he complains about the balls a lot.
He's never going to miss.
That's who he plays night matches also. That's who
he likes fast conditions. He also, like, I think when it comes to someone who doesn't mind the ball not finishing, it's him. But let's see.
Unless it's Leonard Tien.
Yeah. Oh, my God. The burner. Learner the burner.
I'm praying for a Leonard Tien Medvedev match.
They're going to play with each other doubles, by the way.
That's going to be so fun.
Which is cool. Indian Wells coming up. Then how about this one, Ismaeel? Flavio Cobolli will find his way into the top 10 by June. Overreaction or not?
Flavio Cobolli, I told you, he's a top 10 player, but right now he does not have the consistency. He doesn't have enough top caliber player wins yet. I want to see more consistency on all surfaces. Not yet. He's going to be in the top 10, sure, someday, maybe by next year. But for me, this, like, by June, definitely not. Overreaction.
Haroon, he's at 15 now. Overreaction or not?
No, I think this is overreaction. Like, there is a lot, the whole entire clay swing, we have no idea what he's going to be like on that. And I think that, yeah, it's an overreaction. It's an overreaction for me.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with you guys on this one. I think it's an overreaction, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised.
Good surprises. Like,
I would be surprised. I would be surprised. I would be very surprised.
Clay, Italians love the clay. So let's see, but I'm going to say overreaction for now.
He should be good on clay. He should be.
Yeah. No, yeah. Sasha's the one that stopped him last year at RG. He won Bucharest before RG, so he's won a tournament on clay, so he has man, Cobolli, good on hard, good on grass, good on clay. He's coming. But yeah, so unanimous overreaction. That does it for our overreaction not segment, guys. Let us know who are you with, who are you not with on these takes.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, we like to keep it 100 on this show and be transparent, let you know where we were right, where we were wrong. Let's start off with where we were wrong in Acapulco. Well, we were all wrong. Haroon, Yousef, you guys had Zverev.
Yeah.
You left pretty early that tournament.
Yeah.
Well, I had Korda.
That's a good pick.
Is that the best pick, though? Because
probably the best
technically he didn't even play?
Yeah.
I don't
He
know.
could have
man.
won. If.
If. There's no if, though, Rafa says. Bonjour, tout le monde. And then we have where we were wrong in Dubai. Yousef, you had Rublev.
I was close.
You were the closest.
I was.
I had Draper, quite far away. Haroon, you had Feast.
Didn't play.
And brother Feast didn't show up. So we whiffed on that one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
However-
a whiffing. I think it's they betrayed us.
Yeah.
True. I like that better. Korda and Feast would trade us going into those tournaments. However, we have a chance to make up for our sins. Moving into Indian Wells. Let's get into our who you gots, baby. Yousef, who do you got in Indian Wells this year on the women's side?
Such a stacked draw. Everyone's there. So many people that you could say are worthy of being the champions of this tournament. But I'm going to go with a woman who has taken a kind of long break from tennis, who is going to want to remind everyone that she is the queen. And I am going with the one, the only, the queen of queens, the world number one, Aryna Sabalenka, to win Indian Wells.
Ooh. Haroon, Yousef's backing Sabi. Who do you got?
I was on the fence. I was going to pick Sabalenka, but I don't think I can go for her now. I think I'm going to go for Elena Rybakina, who is Sabalenka's kryptonite. I think Rybakina is going to go on a tear and win a lot of big titles. I think when she's on, she's on. And I always regret when I pick her and then she loses in the end. But I'm going to go for her now. Maybe my luck is going to turn around.
Okay.
Ismaeel.
Going for the big dogs, I see. I'm going to make a pick that I'm going to pick a player I've never bet on before.
Okay.
But I think she's showing incredible toughness and consistency. I like her form. Just had a very nice big breakthrough recently in Dubai. Give me JPEG, Jessie Pegula, at home in the US. Let's see a deep run and potentially title for her at Indian Wells.
Good one.
I think she's looking good. She's on fire. Why not? Why not JPEG?
Why not me?
Good pick.
Why not me? Why not me, JPEG? Let's go. I'm riding with Jessie Pegula. Time to move into the men's side, baby.
Yes.
The best, maybe one of the best masters, if not the best one that we like to watch.
Oh, call it the fifth slam.
It's called the fifth slam for a reason. Let's get into it. Yousef, who do you got in Indian Wells on the men's side this year?
I thought long and hard. And I'm like, should I go this way? Should I go this way? But there's one man who continues to remind me what greatness looks like. There's one man who continues to show me that he is destined for all the glory. There's one man who continues to show everyone that he is coming for the biggest and the toughest records we have in the game. I'm going with none other than the king of kings, Carlitos Alcaraz.
Okay, I thought you were going somewhere else with that for a moment there. Haroon, are you backing Carlitos
Had you in the first half.
Yeah, you did have us in the first half. Haroon, you backing Carlitos in Indian Wells?
Yousef is going to go for, Carlitos is going to be a 3-time champion there, but he is a great, he's one of the greats in the sport. So having 3 Indian Wells is not surprising. But I have to go, guys, with Jannik Sinner. I have to go with Jannik Sinner here because I think he is going to be the guy that stops Alcaraz, and this is where he starts going on a tear. I think his 2026 season needs to go on a tear right now, and Alcaraz is getting all of the fame and the attention. Jannik Sinner is angry. He needs some of that.
Smother, are you going to break the tie, or are you going a different direction?
It's time to break the tie, baby. There's only one man who's on an absolute tear this year. He was built for the moment. He loves playing in Indian Wells. And at the moment, as far as I am concerned, no one on planet Earth has found a way to stop him this year. 100% backing the king, Carlitos Alcaraz. This is his territory. They should just change the name of this tournament to the Carlitos Alcaraz Invitational.
Whoa.
This is his tournament.
The GOAT's still in this tournament,
The
by the
GOAT's
way.
still there, by the way, and I would love to see him do something amazing. But, you know, it's Carlitos right now. It's his world. We live in it. And I'm sorry, Haroon, but Jannik Sinner is not going to stand a chance against this version of Carlitos right now.
Jannik Sinner has not made hasn't even made the final before Indian Wells, so he's bound to break through.
But not this year, brother.
Novak Djokovic. Those are some interesting picks. Guys, let us know who you have winning this tournament in the comments. We'd love to see what you guys have to say. But let me ask you guys this question. So everyone's at Indian Wells, correct? Novak Djokovic, from what we know, Novak Djokovic is going to be at Indian Wells. If he is to face one or the other, who would you like him to face, Alcaraz or Sinner, in that tournament?
Sinner. I think he's figured out what he needs to do against Sinner. I think he just unlocked the confidence he needs. I'm looking forward to some juicy matchups against Sinner this year.
Haroon, would you like to see him against Alcaraz or Sinner in Indian
No,
Wells?
I like to see him again. Sinner is such a smart guy. He will learn. You will learn after this matchup. I think he would like to face Alcaraz during the day when conditions are faster. And I think that Djokovic is looking like he has more pop now. I think he's going to want to finish that match quick in a quick three sets battle.
Against who? I don't know.
He said Alcaraz, but I don't know if he's going to like to play Alcaraz, Haroon, because Alcaraz also likes the day conditions. He likes the ball bouncing high and fast. I don't know.
I think Novak Djokovic wants to play against Carlos Alcaraz because that's the thing he has yet to decipher, I guess, in the past few...
Yet to decipher. He's deciphered it over and over and
Let
over.
me continue my sentence. In the past 6 months, he hasn't been able to decipher the Alcaraz...
He deciphered Yannick when it was a few years.
I know. He did the Yannick code. Let's add that Alcaraz code in Indian Wells where Alcaraz loves it. You know, maybe Novak goes on, wins this tournament, has 6 Indian Wells titles, takes another record away from Roger Federer. You never know.
It depends how motivated he is. You know, I saw his arm was wrapped. He was just at UCLA giving
He's working. He's putting in the work.
Motivational speech to the UCLA football team. So let's see how it depends on how healthy and motivated he is. You know, traditionally we've seen in the past couple of years he likes to go to the US and do these fun tours.
Fun. But we saw we did Miami final. So let's see. Indian Wells, he's going for GOAT status within Indian Wells if he wins it.
It would be amazing. Yeah. It would be amazing.
Can't wait for this tournament, by the way.
It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. So many cool storylines that we're looking forward to. Guys, let's know what you think about Daniil Medvedev's win this week. Are you as high on him as Yousef? Or maybe not so high on him as me and Haroon? Also, what do you think about Tsitsipas? Is he really in trouble? And who are your Indian Wells picks? We love to read all your comments. And, you know, subscribe so you can get all your tennis stories here. We'll see you here right after Indian Wells. In the meantime, check out our cool interviews with Coach Christoph Lieg and Coach Michael Tidstrom. You're going to love it. So many cool insights. Your tennis IQ is bound to go up. See you next time.
Have a good night. Good night. Good night. Very good night.